What's up, visionary?
What's good?
Welcome to another episode of Visions of Love and Relationships. I'm Tanya, and I'm joined by my wonderful husband,
Lamont.
And we hope you're doing well as usual.
As usual.
We want to start out by thanking you for being here today. If you're not familiar with Lamont and I, we are here to make sure that more marriages are healthy and going from conflicts to connections.
We actually know how to talk to each other and be with each other without being in conflict. So if you follow our channel, that's what our channel is going to be about. That's what we're going to help you do. So subscribe to the channel.
Yeah.
Follow us on social media if you see this video on social media, so you can keep up with the content and keep up what we'll be sharing over the next couple of. Well, this is actually 2025.
Yeah.
Right around the corner.
Yeah. And so to have a healthy relationship, that all starts with dating.
Yeah.
Okay, so
you gotta actually find somebody to have a healthy relationship, but the first relationship do start with yourself.
Yes.
The second one starts with dating.
Yeah. And so that's why we're so excited to share a message that's not just about love, but it's about divine alignment, faith, and purpose.
Yeah.
We gotta have all that in the relationship. Okay. So today we're gonna be talking about how you can stop searching and just look at who might be right under your nose. That just might be your kingdom spouse.
Yep. And today we're going to explore how faith, patience, and purpose living can help you open your eyes to the blessing already in front of you that God put in place. So
so I pose a question. What if the love that God already had for you is closer than you think?
What if?
And also, what if your kingdom spouse isn't someone you need to search for, but someone you just got to recognize? Somebody that just might be in your face.
No. Let's dive in.
Let's dive in. And we've all heard of that perfect partner, the one who checks all the boxes and everything is all we ever dreamed of. That Build-A-Bear. Because the reality is that idealized version of a partner don't actually exist. We all are human with our own quirks, and we all have flaws.
Yeah, we do.
That just is what it is. So instead of us chasing perfection, we should instead embrace the idea of finding somebody who's good enough. Somebody who's good enough.
If they good, just ain't good enough.
Someone who complements our own unique traits and our characteristics. Now that ain't just anybody. Okay, everybody. Another good thing to remember is that everybody has imperfections, including ourselves. Recognizing this and finding someone who fits well with our flaws is key to building a lasting, fulfilling relationship. Because we don't just want a relationship. Who just wants a relationship? We need it to be fulfilling.
I mean, some people do want to just pass time.
Well, if you want to pass time, this isn't for you. Okay, but if you want to create a strong, healthy, fulfilling, lasting relationship, then I'd say have an open mind.
Yeah.
Okay.
Focus on real beauty and authentic connections that happen natural, not none that you really gotta force together. And I ain't talking about sex, because when sex get involved, it mess up your real perspective of the real person. Now you're flawed looking at them.
Yeah. Okay, so let's discover the treasures in front of you. All right. So there's 3 ways to do that. Number 1, you gotta open your eyes. Again, we often overlook the people right in front of us, and they're great.
Yeah.
Okay, it's so important for us to pay attention to friends, colleagues, and neighbors that's already right there under our nose. And again, we don't even know it.
Yeah, you got, you just got to be present when you're around people, so you can actually get to know people. And I think we live in a society right now where everybody just that phone message you up. Everybody's on their phone, and we cannot connect with people. And we so we're like, dang, we online look for somebody, and we got somebody right there we see probably on a regular basis. The mailman that come over, but I know a lot of people don't want that mailman. But we see people that come over in our lives probably on a regular basis that might be our kingdom spouse.
And see, that's that thing. They don't want that mailman. That might be their kingdom spouse.
Because everybody starts somewhere.
That mailman, because he a mailman.
People fell in village. Everybody starts somewhere. They want an already made man or already made
Sometimes
spouse.
they already made. Maybe he a retired mailman. Maybe he just doing something extra. He might got some money.
Yeah,
you never know. That's that perception.
Just be open to taking a chance. Mm-hmm. You may find that treasure you've been searching for that has been right there alone.
Yep, and don't be afraid to step outside of your comfort zone.
Yeah, got to.
Yeah, look at some other options, like the mailman. You might not be used. I'm like, I don't want no mailman, but don't discount the mailman, no mailwoman. Okay, so we have to cultivate a mindset of gratitude. Okay, so it's important for our well-being and relationships. When we shift our focus from what we lack and what we have, it opens our heart for that love connection.
Yeah.
So we have to take a moment and appreciate the amazing things and people we have in our lives, whether big or small. Okay? Pay attention to the simple joy.
Yeah.
A simple cup of coffee, a kind gesture, a beautiful sunset. Those type of things create a foundation of happiness and make us more receptive to love.
Yeah, but most importantly, we got to learn how to be fully present when we around people.
Absolutely.
We got to put down the phone and fully engage with the people around us so we can actually experience the people around us fully. One thing about it, when in the end of the day, time goes and people go. Them two things you can't get back. So you can go back and watch your favorite TV show. You can go back and catch that text or that message that person put on Facebook. You can go catch that message they put on that video they dropped on TikTok. You can scroll back through there. But one thing about it, you can't get back people and time once it's gone. So we got to learn how to fully engage and allow ourselves to be fully connected with people around us when we around people, period. Because we're meant for connection. But when we miss that connection, we're around people all of a sudden. When we're not around them, we yawn for that. People want to be around people. They say, I missed it. But when you was around people, a lot of times we wasn't fully connected when we was there. When we were around people, we and then when we're around people, we enjoy the people we're around. We learn to live life to its fullest. That's living life full.
Yeah.
When we said every moment I was around people, I enjoyed it, and I caught things that I would have never caught. I got to talk. I built a better connection because we talked instead of me on the phone over there, and it kills me. Even a lot of family functions, people get together. People gonna be getting together this holiday season, Christmas and stuff, and everybody gonna be on their little phone like they just got so much going. Everybody. That's another thing. Everybody's so busy being busy.
Yeah.
Everybody busy. Everybody don't got time, but they want something, but they don't want to make the time for it. Yeah. We want it, but we don't want to make the time for it. You got to make the time, because time gonna pass anyway. So it's best to grab a hold, get you a spouse, or not be open minded to see your spouse that's close to you. Grab a hold and enjoy life.
Yeah, and on the other side of that, I was just thinking as you was talking, before you even got to the family thing, I was thinking, dog, I know when I have things at my house, like the gatherings and stuff, I'm always so busy doing stuff to where I can't sit down and actually be present and enjoy the moment. So with that said, if you can prep, I know it's a little odd, but if you can prep and have things ready you know, so that you can sit down and relax, or even delegate, you know, to some help to help you, so your mind won't be gone. Because a lot of times you'll see that you done missed the whole thing,
the whole function, especially
you
this
was
holiday
there, but
season.
you wasn't there
You wasn't there,
because you were so
busy doing
this,
everything,
that.
so you didn't really get a chance to enjoy the people. It makes so I hate people. I hate that when I see people do that. You spend so much time on doing something, planning the event, the Christmas event, the Thanksgiving event and stuff, and then you don't even get the joy because you making plates. You're cleaning up after the little kids and stuff because they're at your house and stuff. You're doing everything, and all of a sudden you so exhausted, and you never really enjoyed the people that was there at the event.
Yeah, and if that's you, if you that person, then you might be missing your kingdom spouse that was right under your nose because you were so busy. So let's try in 2025. Well, we can start with Christmas.
Yeah.
If you're doing a Christmas party or something.
Yeah.
Let's plan.
Or you're going to a Christmas party that's not your family. Yeah.
Delegate some family. Ask them to help you out a little bit, you know, with the serving and with the, you know, some families you don't gotta ask.
Yeah.
Some people just fall in, but at other times you have to ask. So you know, be sure to delegate that.
And if you go into somebody else's, be sure to be present when you're there. We gotta be like I said, be present when you're at an event.
Yeah.
You're gonna take a little selfie, put down your phone and actually engage with the people around you.
Yeah, that's the only way to embrace the joy.
Yeah.
Okay, so a solid friendship lays the groundwork.
Slide
on.
All right.
Am I on the right one?
Yeah, you good. Yeah.
Okay, a solid friendship lays the groundwork for a thriving, lasting relationship. Why, you ask? It's simple. Because true friendship allows us to know each other beyond the surface. Beyond that surface attraction is where trust, understanding, and shared values are built.
Yeah.
Okay, so when you focus on building the foundation of friendship, number one, you learn how to communicate honestly and openly. And as we all know, communication is key.
Yeah. And you see each other's strength and weakness without judgment.
Yeah.
So friends seem to like I said, when you friends, you seem to share more. Mm-hmm. When you become boyfriend and girlfriend first and not develop friendship, then you don't share as much.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When you develop that friendship, friends are more open than boyfriend and girlfriend. Yeah. Or when you date somebody, you're more open. So develop that friendship so you be more open to share things. So it becomes easier when you do get in that deep, committed relationship. Because you can't expect to go from zero to all of a sudden stop sharing more things. Don't work like that. Yeah. You got to begin that friendship sharing things from the beginning, so you be open to sharing things as you get deep in the relationship. If you keep the communication open.
Yeah, and the more vulnerable you able to get, the more the other person can see you for who you are and know that some things that you're doing aren't to hurt them or aren't, intentional things to, you just know what's going on, so you don't judge them.
Yeah. Because y'all friends.
Yeah. And so I know why you did this.
Yeah.
You shared some things with me. I know why you act like this, that kind of thing.
And Mm-hmm. And sometimes, like I said, the person that God put in front of God has for us is already in our circle. Someone we share laughter with, someone we grown with, probably in a job or somewhere, someone we've had meaningful conversation with. But it takes strength of friendship to reveal that deeper bond. Mm-hmm. So as we continue this journey, remember that don't just seek a partner, seek a friend first, because friendship grows into relationship. Mm-hmm. That's how it starts.
And
real love.
Yes. Don't just seek a friend, for just a friend. Seek a friend who aligns with your purposes and with your values. Because if that don't align, then you equally up.
Yeah. And it's crazy. It's crazy you said that, because I look at us now going on 20, 21 years from now. But as I look, the decisions we chose to get married, it wasn't for then. It was for now. It was for our journey here. We're going in. Probably we'd have lived half our life. So this next phase of our life is, I feel, what God prepared us, what God united us for on this journey. It wasn't then. it's now presenting to you guys out here doing a video to you. I think this is what God created us for, to share to people like you, to bring not only to share with you to help you with your relationship, but to also show you that God can make a way.
Yeah, and
out of nowhere.
That's right. And through us, may you recognize that friendship is the foundation of love, where it can truly thrive.
Yep.
This is my best friend.
Yeah.
So
yeah, and like I said, your lover is gonna be your best friend.
Yeah.
If your lover ain't your best friend, that's not your mate. If your mate want to spend more time with his friends, and that's not your mate. Because as I say, the Bible says the husband and wife shall cling to each other. If your spouse don't want to cling to you, that's not your spouse. But you don't know until you become friends first.
Right. That's why it's so important to become friends first.
Yeah.
Because that's something you should know in the beginning. There's no way, boy, ain't no way, boy. You can get married to somebody who
don't want to spend time with you.
Yeah, and they cling to their friends because you saw who they was from the get-go. Now you want to change them.
Yeah.
And it ain't gonna work like that because that's gonna cause conflict.
Yeah.
Okay. But let's take a moment to talk about imperfections. Nobody is perfect.
Nobody.
Not you, not me, and certainly not your kingdom spouse. But here's the beauty. God doesn't call us to perfection. He calls us to love, grace, and understanding.
Yeah, you do.
When you embrace the imperfections about yourself and others, number one, you allow room for growth and transformation. And those two are the biggest things in a relationship that you need to thrive.
But those two are the biggest things that's subconsciously gonna happen. That's gonna happen
in a good relationship.
It's gonna happen
if the relationship is good. If it's a healthy relationship, you're gonna grow and you're gonna transform.
Yeah.
If those things ain't happening, the relationship ain't good.
And I know some people, many times we don't like it when we see it. My baby say, sometimes you see women say, you change. You supposed to change. People say you change. You supposed to change. In your 10s, 20s, your 20s, 30s, and 40s, each decade brings on new change.
When I said you change, I like your change.
No, I'm saying you change. And then she said I would be a preacher.
Yeah.
She said, my baby said she think I'm a preacher. I said, I don't know about that. Well, I know one thing. She think I changed now to preaching me, boy. Woo.
What?
Woof.
Change is good.
Yeah, change is good. Change is needed. Change means you're growing.
Yeah.
Hope you ain't changing bad. Hope you changing good and maturing. Sometimes people don't like maturity sometimes. But
if you ain't changing, you ain't growing.
No, you ain't.
If you ain't changing for the better and your change is for the better, which you are my leader, so ultimately I'm changing too.
Yeah.
So yeah. When you embrace imperfections about yourself and others as well, you build a relationship rooted in acceptance, not unrealistic expectations.
Yeah. Your reflection is, you should be seeing people from God's grace.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you should be seeing people, or at least some grace. You can't hold everybody as looking at everybody's flaws, because like she said, everybody has flaws. Mm-hmm. And when you judge, you got to first get the speck out of your eye before you try to get the speck out of somebody else's eye. I know we be doing pop the balloon show, and I say that pop the balloon stuff, man, it just kills me that everybody look at the little. It's always the small things. You too tall. You too short.
Yeah, I don't like. Sometimes
the way you dress,
sometimes
your hair, the weave, the wig.
But they be missing a lot of matches because they perfect match be right under their nose. Yeah. But they won't choose that person.
Crazy.
They choose somebody else like their last.
Like the last one we did with the Kristen Davis show.
No, the one who had to come all the way up there.
Yeah, the Kristen Davis show. Yeah, well, not the pop the balloon with the Kristen dude, the one we did the reacted to.
Yeah. No, we didn't get to react to this one. The girl had on the red dress, and he brought her all the way up there. It was finna take her, and he's like, "No, she not black enough."
Oh yeah. The last part of the room.
Everybody in the lineup is the same.
The same complex. He bring her all the way up there only to say, "Oh yeah."
Just came in there and walked back out.
She not dark enough, man. You got to be crazy. Yeah. And I see that's why people I can understand if somebody been married and they've been divorced and then they, you know what I'm saying, they single. But say if you single, you 45 and you 50 and you ain't got married or nothing yet, then your expectations are too high.
Yeah, that definitely could be, unless you know you was in a relationship before, you just was like, or you ain't marriage, and you just like, I'm over it.
Or you ain't met nobody serious. Sometimes you might be in the wrong town. A lot of times we stand in the city, so all we see is the same city people. If you in a small town, or you in a small city, or you just in a small bubble, because sometimes you could be in a big city but a small bubble, meaning you don't go nowhere but 5 blocks. They say many people in life we mostly live in a 50-mile radius our whole life. 100 I think maybe 100-mile radius our whole life.
We only go.
No, we live. Most people, majority of people live in a 100-mile radius their whole life. Like you may stay in the whole little, you may move, but you might be an hour, not 100 miles, but an hour radius their whole life. They might move an hour away, but most people you stay in this whole little area your whole life. So you kind of go to the same stores, the same places, so you see the kind of same people. Sometimes you need to weekend go somewhere else.
Yeah, and that's
go to a different bar.
It's a lot,
or go to a different church.
I think that's why there's a lot of online dating.
Yeah. But I mean, you can meet people online, but you just gotta be. I don't like the online though, man, because it makes you more vulnerable to connection because you meet people online.
Yeah. And people can be whoever they want to be.
Yeah, you don't really meet you don't really meet the real person.
Yeah.
Until you go on the day, until you actually get to talk to somebody, then you get to meet the real McCoy. But
let's break down the context of what your kingdom spouse actually means. It means learning to see them through God's eyes, flaws and all, while committing to loving them in their entirety.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's your kingdom spouse. So as you build a connection, let love and grace guide you. The same love and grace that God gives us, let it guide you. Remember, it's often in the imperfections that we find the most beautiful reflections of God's work in us and in others.
Yeah.
Okay. We all got flaws and imperfections. Yeah. Instead of trying to change somebody, because you can't change nobody. They can only change themselves. It's important to accept them as who they are.
What you see is what you get. What you see is what you get. When somebody show you who they are, believe them. Is that something I can accept? If you can't, leave it alone.
Yeah.
But we also got to remember we got to offer grace. Grace and forgiveness when mistakes happen, and grace and forgiveness when things don't go our way. That's going to help strengthen the bond. Because like we said, nobody's perfect and we all make mistakes.
Yeah. So we need to celebrate the unique qualities and differences that make our partner special. It's these differences that keep your relationship exciting and dynamic.
Think so?
I think so. So let's talk about what really matters in choosing your kingdom spouse. And again, we touched it a little bit, but it's very important that you have shared values. In today's world, it's easy to get caught up in the superficial traits, looks, statuses, material possessions. But these things don't create lasting love or build God-centered relationships.
Yeah, you can build a relationship, an earthly relationship, but not a God-centered relationship, because God put people together for a purpose. God said, okay, if your urge is to be with a woman or be with a partner, seek a mate, a partner, then I'm gonna supply you with that. But ultimately, you know what I do is for me. I'm a selfish king. God is selfish, so he's not gonna put you together with somebody for your benefit. it's for the benefit of the kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
So if your spouse is somebody when y'all get together, your spouse is going to be somebody who benefit the king. What will you do when you join forces with this person? God ain't gonna put y'all together just to work. He's not gonna put you together just so you can work a job and live a modest life, maybe pay little tithes and stuff. God don't put that. He don't put that much work because he put anointing on two different things: church and marriage.
Yeah.
So he don't put that much sacred over something that he just wants y'all to just get together. Just I know be fruitful, have babies, but have them. He wants you to spread the gospel. That two can spread the gospel quicker than one can.
Mm-hmm.
So your kingdom spouse is somebody that God sent to help you, so y'all can join forces to help him pull people to Christ.
You took the words right out of my mouth, because us women, we sent our husbands as helpmates. I'm sure God didn't want us to help him work. He can work by himself.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
that's
saying?
the first thing God gave man was work.
Yeah, he can work by himself. But together, we can serve.
Yeah.
The kingdom.
Yeah.
Okay. So, again, this is why shared values matter.
Yeah.
They guide you on how to handle challenges and make decisions with your partner. They create a foundation for mutual respect and understanding.
Yeah.
And they ensure that your relationship is rooted in something deeper than fleeting attraction.
Yeah.
It's got to be deeper than attraction. Because again, we in it for the long haul. I'm sure you're the same way you look when you was 18,
you don't
25, 30, 40, on up to 70. Things gonna change, even though things gonna change with the man too. You know, the attraction.
Well, I don't know. I kind of pretty much the same. I'm like, well, I lost a little bit of hair.
But you know what? That's what I was gonna say too before. Okay, y'all gotta rewind this back. Pastor? He talking about, I said he should be a pastor. Pastor?
No, because I ain't got down and dirty.
Did y'all hear this man?
No,
I'm telling you, he is a pastor. I don't know how he don't see it, but okay. I'm his helpmate, so I'm gonna make sure he see it. Okay, so when you focus on shared values, you're choosing someone who will walk with you, purpose, who shares your vision for life. Vision is so important. Okay, that's our whole channel. Visions of love and relationships. Okay. And so you also want somebody who honors God alongside you. You don't want nobody who think they God. Yeah. But that's a whole nother story.
And me, I truly say that your kingdom spouse, especially for the woman, your kingdom spouse should be more spiritual than you. For the woman. Now the man, he might meet his spouse the man it could be both ways, but for the woman, your kingdom spouse, that man should be more spiritual than you. Yeah. He should have a stronger relationship. Now, you might pray or something more than him. You might read your Bible more, but he should have a more spiritual relationship with God more than a woman. Yeah. That's your kingdom spouse, because God put man first, so that man, he should have a more spiritual relationship. Now, it might not show all together at once, but that's why you got to watch when you friends, so you can see the person when he's not in that. You gotta be kept. You gotta be attentive and watch your spouse. Watch the one that watch people, so you can see if they actually Christian like they say they is. Yeah. And do they words not on just Christian, but do they words align with somebody of grace? Do they words align with somebody of good character? Do they say what they mean, or do they mean what they say?
Make sure they got a God.
Yeah.
For real. Okay, and remember, your kingdom spouse isn't defined by appearance or status. They're defined by, number one, heart.
Yeah.
2, character. Character is so freaking important.
Yeah.
A character, that character shows you who that person is, and when they show you who they is, believe it.
And the biggest character is not how they treat you, it's how they treat other people. because that means something too. You can't just go, well, they treat me good. No. What is the character don't say is he like this? Is this because he's this person or that person? Or character say this is who you are when something don't go your way. That's the character you need to find. Who is this person when things don't go their way?
Mm-hmm.
What's the characters when things are good, and what's the character of things are bad? You can't just see somebody when all you see is their good character when things going their way. You got to meet them on the bad side too. That way you can see their full character, because we got a good side and we got a bad side, and we got a side that people didn't think you paying attention to. You got to watch that too.
Mm-hmm.
When everybody's all calm and they just in their little mode and they get people getting in the mood and start talking about themselves, you just sit back and I'm just watching and seeing if your character, checking out your character. We reading people. When we dating, we getting to know people. When we're in friends, that we still got to be a reader of people. We still got to be reading people so we can understand people. Because a lot of things that people gonna do and say, it's not gonna be with words. It's gonna be with actions. So we got to be somebody who watch, not just listen. We got to watch people too, because a lot of things people say and do, it's going to be with actions, not with words.
Yeah. So
shift our focus from what we're feeling to what's external. Prioritize value over vanity. Purpose over perfection. Faith over everything else. If you ask God to send you a spouse, God heard your prayer. He's just waiting on you to align and waiting on you to pay attention, because he might be sending out. I know. I was watching this little story. I heard this story when they said somebody sent them 3 little life jackets or something. They was stuck on a boat or something stuck in the water. Somebody sent 3 little. God sent 3 little signs, and he kept denying the sign. He talking about he waiting on God, and God said, "Well, I sent you. I gave you 3 things. Neither one of them you grabbed. So have your eyes open, because God, your spouse is probably lingering around you, right around you now."
Yeah. And so, as we wrap up for today, I pose another question. Or matter of fact,
what's the question?
I just want you to leave you with this thought. Your soulmate might be closer than you think. Your soulmate, your kingdom spouse, might be closer than you think. So don't look past that friend. Don't look past that coworker. Don't look past that neighbor. Because they might be what you're looking for. Just because that attraction, again, that surface level ain't there, don't mean that's not your kingdom spouse.
Because actually, a lot of times people function in different ways. Like you got them as the friendship, but as a boy, when y'all dating, it's a whole different ball game. So you can't see somebody as a friend and say, "Oh, when they dating you, it can be totally different." They got you in the friend zone, so I can't do what I would do in a friend zone as we date with friends.
Yeah.
So it's different. It's different feelings, and it's different things that people do.
Yeah.
So don't ever don't ever think because that's how you act as a friend, that would be the same as when we're together. It's different.
Yeah. So often we look wide, far and wide, for something that God already has placed within reach. But finding a kingdom spouse is not about searching harder. No. It's about opening your heart, aligning with God's plan, and recognizing the blessings that's right in front of you.
Yeah.
And here's what we learned today. We learned about building the foundation of friendship, and that reveals authentic connection.
Yeah.
We learned that embracing imperfections with love and grace creates room for growth.
Yeah.
And we learned prioritizing shared values over superficial traits ensures a relationship is built to last.
Yep. As we said before, your kingdom spouse is not about perfection. Think about it as purpose.
Yeah.
God's going to send you a spouse to fulfill a purpose that he sent out to give you. And it ain't for you. His purpose is never for you. So your spouse is the spouse he's put in your life for you. but it's not for you.
Yeah, there's somebody who's gonna walk with you, grow with you,
and fulfill God's vision alongside you.
Yeah. So stop searching outside of God's timing and trust that what you're looking for might again already be in your life. Stay patient, stay prayerful, and stay open to the divine connections that are unfolding right there around you.
Yep.
All right.
So thanks for being here.
Yep.
And may God guide you on your journey to love and finding purpose.
Yes, and finding your kingdom
spouse.
So stop searching.
Just open your eyes and pay attention to what's around you.
Yep, and this has been another episode of Visions of Love and Relationship. If you got any value out of this, be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, follow. Other people need to hear this. We need to reach millions. Okay, we trying to reach the masses.
You trying to reach
millions? I want to reach millions. I want to say I don't want no more divorces.
Well, let's work on this 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, man.
I don't mind reaching one. I don't mind.
If we could just reach one.
If I reach one, that's good. But ultimately, the end game is to reach everybody I can. Or we can, but we need your help.
Yep, we need your help.
All right.
At first, we need your help to get us to 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah,
man.
that'd be cool.
That'd be cool.
That'd be cool.
All
right.
But if you don't,
we can get there.
Our relationship still be good. We trying to help you out.
Yeah. But this has been another episode of Visions of Love and Relationships. They had vision, and together they built
the life
that they love.
Go big.
See you on the next one.
In the city lights, we shine so bright. Tanya in the months, we're in the limelight. Sharing stories on our podcast every night. Spreading love and soul, our words take flight. Talking about love, we keep it real and raw. Through the ups and downs, we stand tall. Our voices blend like a sweet harmony. Touching hearts, creating unity. Dive deep into emotions, no filter inside. Tanya's honesty, on soulful inside. Exploring love's highs and lows. It's our mission, connecting souls to heartfelt conversations.